Anyways, I was gonna say I wanted to talk. I know you have like a main question, but I also
Yeah.
wanted to talk about other topics, if that's okay, if I'm allowed to.
Sure. What's on your mind?
For the workplace thing, my answer kind of cut and dry. I feel like women should work if they can work in wherever they want to work. I don't think it really matters, and I don't really care about women in leadership.
Where you work at?
So personal, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah. Well, put it this way. Let's think of it like this. So say I say, where do you work, right? And then you work at Ruby Tuesdays. You could instead say, I work at Chili's, right? Just to give us a sense of like kind of the kind of work that you're in.
You good? I'm an officer. I'm a security officer.
You do security.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. You ever have to rough anybody up?
No, no. I'm under 21, so not armed.
Okay,
Well, I
okay.
arm myself, but
You keep a little something on you.
I give a little thing on me.
All right, I hear you. Okay, for sure. So you're saying that women should be working.
Yeah. I mean, if they're perfectly able, I mean, obviously, listen. If you can't lift 50, can I curse? No, okay. Let me not. If
Yeah,
you,
yeah. Let you not.
yeah, let me not. Let me not. If
Yeah.
you can't lift 50 gosh darn pounds, why would you be working as like a box lifter? Like stuff like
Right.
that. But I feel like if you're able to do whatever you want, do whatever makes you bag.
Okay. Okay. So what would you say? Oh, real quick. Are you a heavier girl?
But I know you lying asking me that question. I know you're lying. Sir, did no one tell you? Did your mama not tell you you're not supposed to ask a woman about her weight?
Uh, nah. She actually didn't mention that part.
Mm.
Are you a bigger
Um,
girl?
all right. Yo, chill out, chill out, chill out.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. It's all
huh.
good. It's all good. Don't even
No, no,
trip.
let me
Don't even
think.
trip.
Let me think. Cause I be saying I am. But I be saying I am. I feel like I am. But like my man be saying I got
Okay.
volume.
Well, let's do it. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this, right? So we don't know your name. Nobody knows your name. Nobody knows your face, right? So we could really talk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So what's your height and weight?
I am. Dang, I don't really know. I think like I'm 5'4", five. Yeah,
Okay.
like 5'4", maybe 5'5", maybe 5'5".
Right. Okay.
140.
Oh, that's straight. You straight. Okay, that's what's up. Are
Maybe, but I
you
haven't checked in a minute. Maybe 145. I don't know. I don't know. My man can pick me up though. That's all I gotta say.
okay? What are you?
Pakistani.
Pakistani in the building.
Yeah, you be speaking on us a
Pakistan.
lot.
Yeah, yeah. No, for sure. Absolutely. Okay, that's what's up. Shout out to Pakistan. Shout out to
Yeah,
Pakistan. You did?
Hyderabad. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. Karachi, all that. We outside.
Lahore, let's go.
You dig? Okay, for sure though. Um, now is your man Pakistani?
No. You want to take a guess? Take a gander.
I have a guess.
Go ahead.
Black.
I'm. Yeah, he's watching right now. Shout out JLE Jr.
Hey, shout out to him. Shout out to him. Okay, cool. Now, what's the goal of your life? Like, what's the goal for you?
Hmm. Um, I, same as everybody else, having a good career, having a good family.
Shorty said the same as everybody else. Whatever them
Oh
niggas over there
no,
doing, sign me up.
cause who's really just sitting at home like, damn, I want to be a fuck up for the. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to.
Whoa.
No, my fault. Who's just really sitting at home though? Like, I want to be a screw up for the rest of my life. Like, no, everybody want a good career, a good future, good family. I feel majority. Let's say majority.
Right. Yeah, but I'll give you an example if you were to ask me. Do you mind?
Yo, little Cash Kid, you better watch yourself, bruh.
Wait,
Don't make me mad up in here. Yo,
you
don't
can't
make
be
yo,
reading the
little
chat.
Cash
You
Kid,
can't
please.
listen, ma'am. We can't have you reading the chat because then it's
Little
gonna
Cash Kid
go.
about to catch these hands. Actually, you about to
Nah,
catch these hands. Stop it. Stop it.
you gotta stay
Don't
away
say
from
my
that
man name.
chat.
Don't say my
You
man name.
you gotta stay off that chat, madam.
My fault. My fault. All right,
All
continue.
right,
Sorry.
you straight. Okay, see, you didn't got distracted.
Cause
It's a
little Cash
shame.
Kid better made me mad. Little Cash Kid, you better stop. That's why you little.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So when I ask you what's the goal of your life, I'll give you an example. So if someone asked me, Mark, what's the goal of your life? And I would say to have a very large, um, successful family that is a positive example to mankind. So I want as many kids as possible, big, huge family. And when people look at the family, they're like, that's how it's supposed to go. That's how you create happiness and abundance like that. That's how you should behave. So when anything that I do, I kind of backward plan it and say, hey, well, how does it add up to that? And being that that's my goal, if I could do that tomorrow, then I'll do it tomorrow, right? So for you, because right, if it's a goal, you can never get there fast enough. For you, what's your goal or desired outcome?
I want a decent, moderate sized family with one
Okay.
singular human,
You're
with
saying with
one
one
other partner,
with
with
one other.
one singular.
Okay. No sister wives.
Hell no, you got me messed up, bro.
Okay. Hey, you are Pakistani, right? Like your family ain't messing with the dean.
That's you know what? You're so fun. This let me correct something for all I think 700 people. Let me correct something for 700 people, right? You talk about you do Quran and this I'm not gonna lie to you, I really, really, really dislike it when people that are not from my religion per se try to read on certain passages and be like, oh, this is what that meant. No, y'all don't really know, right? So you say you do Quran passages, whatever, right? You do Quran readings in the Quran, right? In my religion, the only reason why our prophets plural, ever
Uh-huh.
had multiple wives, right? Was because back in those times, men would go to war and the women would not work. And because men would go to war, so many of them would die that there would be too many widows. And at that point in time, there were too many, like, women did not have, they didn't have jobs, whatever. They didn't have any way to make income. So when their husbands would die and they would become widows, they could literally do nothing. They could literally do nothing. They couldn't go and buy food because they didn't have money, right? And so the only reason why that was allowed, right? And it was allowed for a time, for a singular period in time, because all these widowed women needed men. They specifically needed men. So that's why men were allowed to have up to 4 wives. But in doing so, you needed to genuinely like your wife. You needed to genuinely love your wife. And you needed to treat every single one of your wives the same. If you bought something for one of your wives, you have to buy the same thing for the other one. Right. So it's not about having y'all Americanized it. Y'all, that's what y'all did. Y'all took my
No,
religion
I
and
think you
twisted
just
it.
I think you just Americanized it. Did you just try to give us a tafsir?
Excuse me?
Tafsir? You familiar with this term?
I don't know if you're not. No.
Uh-huh. Okay. Tafsir is a scholarly interpretation or explanation of a verse in the Quran. But you didn't reference any verses actually, which
You know what's
is
funny?
what's funny.
I do mess with you some of the things that you say, right? But then
Hmm.
other times you're really the type of person, and hey, no disrespect. You're really the
Go
type of
off. Go
guy.
off,
You're
sis.
really the type of guy to be like, like word vomit, word salad up in here, and then you know, that's when you catch someone else off guard. I think you did it with the other lady. I mean, I didn't really. I don't know what happened with that, but try to do it with the other lady, and obviously she didn't know the terms he was talking about because some people you're educated. Good job, mashallah. Good for you. You're educated. You know a lot of big words, but you catch people off guard when they don't know these words, and then if
Uh-huh.
you try to make it seem like, oh, they're the uneducated ones, but it's just like it's word vomit. You don't have to. It's not a
No,
game of chicken.
because tafsir it's a fairly basic term in Islam. In You just basically tried to give us a mini khutbah, but you were not accurate. You basically lied. Sharia does not respect a woman as a one-to-one witness with a man. So that shows you that what is in her mind is not regarded at the same level as what is in a man's mind.
Right, but that's an incorrect statement because you can't say that someone can never have the same knowledge as somebody else because that's just everyone is born with the brain. Everybody is born with the brain, so it's not someone could never have the same knowledge as somebody else. You can obviously there's different rules to everything and stuff like that, but I could if I studied up. If How old are you?
A lot older than you.
How old are you?
A lot older than you. It's public knowledge. If
Old
you
people
just
never
type
want
in,
to. Old people never want to say their age.
well, that's because it's public knowledge. So if you just like
Right.
type it into Google, Marquett Burton age. The only reason I say that is because in some things, like if you call in the titles debate, I just expect you to be prepared at a basic level because you get the strategic advantage. Like you can do all your research, and I don't even know you're coming, so you just show up like really well informed. But on the topic of Islam, you lied and tried to suggest that having a second wife requires that like the woman's husband gets killed in
Well,
war or
no,
something
that's
like
not
that.
what I
This
said.
is not true.
Wait, that's not what I said.
A man can take a second wife simply because he decides
Right,
to.
but
He
that's
doesn't
not
even
what I
need
said.
to.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
but
not what I said.
you
I said
suggested
that's
that
how
it
it
would be
started.
haram. It doesn't matter how
I
it
didn't
started.
say
It
the word
matters.
haram. You're just putting shit.
I
I'm sorry.
I did
You're
not
just
I did
putting
not
stuff
say
on
you
me.
said. I said you suggested. So my
Right, but we're
point
not
is that you
talking about
suggested.
suggestions. We're talking about what I physically actually said.
Then
And
what
what
you
I
said was
said was,
bid'ah. What you said was bid'ah.
all right. And so what I said, not suggested, said was that it started off from that, right?
But it's irrelevant. You were trying to argue against it. And if you're a real Muslim, and most women are not, most men are not, but even fewer women, if you're a real Muslim, you wouldn't be arguing against what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted for every man, this option. You wouldn't argue against it. You would say, I'm a
I'm
Muslim.
telling you
And
exactly
the Prophet
why
Muhammad,
it was
peace be upon
granted.
him, what's the relevance? There's no relevance. The
I'm
fact
telling
is
you
that that is within a
exactly
man's
why. No,
right.
because American people like you, right, try to take our religion and try to take, oh, but
Wait,
they have,
which
and
country are
hold
you a
on,
citizen of? Which country are you a citizen of?
I'm American. I'm
Okay,
American, but
so
I'm also
so
Pakistani.
just
I
live
claim
in
both,
reality.
and
Just
I
live in
claim both,
reality
and I claim both, and I claim both. But what I'm trying to say
when
is
it's
that's
convenient.
what it. But why do you think that you know everybody? That's what I'm trying to say. Like you really sit up here and just like, oh, just based on how she's talking, this is how I can. But you don't really know somebody though. That's what I'm saying. Like
No, I
you
don't
don't.
really know you, but I do know enough because I've heard enough people who are overconfident. So they have excess confidence, but insufficient knowledge. And in your case, you have not referenced any verses from the Quran. You were not familiar with the most basic of terms most Muslims would know,
Excuse
especially
me. Can I
if
stop you
they're
right
trying
there?
to lecture.
Let me stop you right there, actually, because I don't need to reference that because that's not what I was trying to talk about in the first place, though. I was not trying to talk about that in the first place. I was trying to talk about why you think morally, like, what's up with you and polygyny, like, morally. That's what I was trying to say. I'm not referencing religion because
Wait, are you
we could
saying
take
that it's
religion.
immoral?
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, so what do you mean morally? What's up with me and polygyny?
Like, I'm trying to say why you think you need that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm
Okay,
trying
well,
to say.
let's talk about
Hold
it
on, y'all need to chill in
Islamically.
the chat. Like I said I was being respectful, y'all. Why y'all coming at
Do
me?
you recall me asking you not to read the chat?
Um, I mean it's all up in my face though. Like what's up with this?
Okay, I thought you had agreed to not read the chat.
I
I
didn't
thought you
agree.
had.
I'm looking at it. I'm not. Now I'm not gonna read it because y'all being mean. But
Oh, okay. So I thought
What
you had
I'm trying
agreed
to
to not
say,
read the chat.
I know I didn't. I just said I acknowledge what you said, but now I'm not gonna read it because you're
I
being
see.
mean. What? Okay, listen. I'm not overconfident and uninformed. Like I said, you're just throwing big words around. You're just trying to make other people, feel stupid. But I'm saying, like, you could
Am I
listen.
though?
Wait though,
Am
wait though,
I?
wait though, wait though, wait though. You could like listen. Actually, like strip all that down. Like, truly, I'm not really interested in who's smarter because you probably 100% are smarter than me. You older than me and stuff like that. I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from when you talk about stuff like that because when I say that I don't get polygyny, I'm not saying as like I know that my religion, allows that in cases or whatever and under rules. I know that. And I know that probably other religions too. I mean, there's hundreds of religions. Probably other religions do too. I'm trying to understand why you personally think without religion, without okay, let's bring biology into it. Without all that, why you think that you need multiple partners at one time?
Why do you say partner? Like, what do you mean by that?
Oh, is it not? Is it not like you're like your partner, like your mate?
I have business partners, so
Oh, that's
yeah,
what I like to. I don't know. I don't really like the term boyfriend girlfriend because
yeah. You don't like the term partner either. You're just repeating what you've been conditioned to say. Partner is a term that comes from the LGBTQ, and the reason they use that
what
term
are
is to
you
remove
talking
gender.
about?
They
I've
use that
never.
term to. That's okay. They use that term to remove gender. So boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Partner is gender neutral. That's why the LGBTQ use it. They popularize it, and youngsters like you start using it, not knowing why. That's
I
okay.
was gonna say I just don't like partner because I feel like boyfriend girlfriend sounds really like I don't know. It just sounds like my boyfriend, like I'm in fifth grade or something. Like that's why I said partner. But let's say wives. Let's wives. That wasn't a problem. I don't know why you just
Yeah.
try to bring the LGBTQ community into it.
Well, that's
But
where that word came from that you're using. You're using language that they
I
taught you
didn't
to
know that.
use.
Thank you for informing me on that because I didn't know
You're
that.
welcome. So there's that. But your question was about polygyny. And polygyny is a natural way of living, it's a logical way of living. But most importantly, it gives you more power and it accelerates all of the good things in life. So, number one, um, I think you, as a security guard, can agree that, say, you encounter someone who's a threat, maybe it's like a crazed Pakistani woman, right? And you are just by yourself as a security guard, and you got this crazy Pakistani woman, like, you don't have to shoot the one on one, you might lose. But would you agree if there was like you and then two other women, you'd have a great advantage? Is that correct?
Against the Pakistani woman? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because it's just one of her, right? So the same thing is true with polygyny. You have more safety and protection, not only from a physical standpoint, but also from a financial standpoint. You have more incomes being pooled. If one person were to lose their job, you still have two backup incomes. The house is going to be cleaner. You guys can also enjoy each other and have community. You don't have to do things alone. You don't have to cook alone. You don't have to do all of that. And most importantly, you can accelerate the production of children because women produce children at quite slowly. 9 months it takes to get one out. You have three women, you can really accelerate that at a significant level. And we know that this system is preferred because usually the wealthy and powerful people in a society, like the royalty, they have the best of what the society has to offer. And if you look at royalty, whether it's in China, it's in Africa, or it's really anywhere else, you find that polygyny was a very common way of living. And most importantly, it respects the woman so that women are not discarded. You see a lot of times women will be like, oh, my ex-husband, and now they have a broken family and no man and no protector and no guide. Polygyny maintains the family unit. So there are many reasons, and those are some of the secular logical reasons for it.
Have you never met a woman that was like jealous? Have you never met a woman that only wanted to be with you, that only wanted you? Like, I'm confused. Every woman you met was just like, oh, okay.
No, I've maybe never met a woman who was not jealous. I maybe never met a woman who did want to, her preference was to share. And it's, just like anything else in life, the best things in life are rare. The best women in life are rare. Polygyny is not a common thing. I don't recommend it for most people. They're not worthy. Most men aren't good enough, and most women aren't good enough. A woman who can operate in polygyny is a high IQ woman. She's a high EQ woman. She's a woman who can get control of her emotions. She's a woman who can see the big picture and the greater benefit. And most importantly, she's a woman who really believes in her man and honors and respects him enough that she wants his DNA to be propagated widely.
Well, I'm sorry. I just don't agree with that at all. I mean, maybe, you know what? There are tons of people out in this world. Maybe someone somewhere is just like, that's exactly what I want. But you've never looked at a woman and just like, I want to be like, that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, you never really looked at like your girl or whatever. Like, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. Like, I don't want to share you with anybody. I don't want to be shared with nobody. Like, I just want to be with you for the rest of my life. Like, you never been in love like that? What was so funny about that? What was so funny about that?
See, that kind of a question, that's you as a woman, as a female, telling me how you feel, and then saying, Marquette, have you ever felt like a woman? And it's like, nah, I've
I
never
didn't
felt
ask
like a
you how
woman.
you felt like a woman.
No, that is what you just
Like
asked
I'm
me. You just asked me,
Nah, that
Marquette, have
isn't
you
though,
ever
because I
felt like
really
a
just
woman?
asked